we thought we'd bring up a video from the NRA, because just recently I got an ad on one of my YouTube videos I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't my video, I was just watching a video. And it was just an ad for the NRA, and I watched it and I was like, this is completely false. Like, how can... Wait, I see... It's the Representative Dana Loesch or Dana Lash, whatever the heck her name is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen her on TV, and it's like, oh, she's representing the NRA. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know? She's trained to say stuff,
mm-hmm.
so she never really says anything too out of line.
Mm-hmm.
She might not answer a question completely now and then, but since she's trained on what to say and everything, she doesn't really say things too much out of line. But now, when it's their own ad, let me tell you. I mean, there's probably many people that agree with it, but I don't know.
I mean, I haven't seen the ad yet, so I'm not I get what you're saying, but I don't get what you're saying.
Well, you're about to. I'm going to bring it up.
I'm about to. Ooh. All right, so what exactly is this video called again?
Well, this source says, does the NRA ad go too far? So this is from someone on YouTube who thinks they have gone too far already.
Mm-hmm.
And they posted this. So we're going to watch another video actually from the official NRA page. But I couldn't find this one on their actual page, so I thought I'd just play it from this channel.
From the source.
They use their media to assassinate real news. They use their schools to teach children that their president is another Hitler. They use their movie stars and singers and comedy shows and award shows to repeat their narrative over and over again. And then they use their ex-president to endorse the resistance, all to make them march, make them protest, make them scream racism and sexism and xenophobia, homophobia, to smash windows, burn cars, shut down interstates and airports, bully and terrorize the law-abiding, until the only option left is for the police to do their jobs.
Okay, so right off the bat, she's pulling riots out, and she's using those extremist riots that happened. Yeah, most of them were on the left, but that doesn't necessarily dictate what the whole Democratic Party thinks. And to pull that out, I mean, how can you... Okay, if I were on the left right now, I would just pull out the name Hitler. Or how about the KKK? Those are extremist right groups. It doesn't make Republican Party meaningless or stupid. That just means that those extremist right groups are dead wrong. To pull out these extremist left groups and just say, oh, look, everybody's against us. Let's fight for freedom. No. Like, come on, man. Seriously.
I see what you're saying, and I guess the way to put it in perspective is where, you know, out of like all the different opportunities or things you could have shown here, you're showing these specific ones that don't exactly happen all the time, but
they definitely know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They know that this isn't the whole Democratic Party, but they want Republicans to hate Democrats. That's what they want, because that way there can be less talking done. They can sell more guns, and less legislation happens against them. I'm sure that's what they want. And this is all speculation right now, but still, I'm sure that's what they want.
To make more separation between people.
Yeah. I mean, if there's more separation in the government, less happens. Think about it that way.
Civil War. I mean, like, there even was a part...
No.
Think about it. In the video, there even was a part where it said, this is war. That was one of, like, the signs that they had up and, like, highlighted. Like, boom, look at this. There's a war. And if things keep going the way they are, maybe we could have one.
I hope we don't.
I hope we don't either. But like people especially who are trying to separate others and basically make them in these two specific, like, you can't have an opinion otherwise than this or this. And if you're not in either one of those, then you're excluded from both of them. And you're kind of just on your own.
Yeah. I also like how she pulls out the police thing.
Mm-hmm. The police thing?
Like, she's like, and then there's nothing left but for the police to do their job. Yeah, that's their freaking job. That's like, what they signed up for. That's what we pay for them to do. Yeah.
It's like, oh,
and
no,
by the way,
they have
those
to do
riots,
their
they
job.
didn't start off as riots. Guess whose fault those riots were? Yeah, the people who were rioting, but also maybe the cop who shot the black kid or whatever it was.
Riots always have started from something, or they stemmed from something. And that's something could have involved that.
Because very few cops, or at least what I think, very few cops are actually racist or whatever. But then these things happen, and then boom, everyone hates the police force, and that shouldn't happen. You know what I mean? But
it's kind of like reverse racism, where it's like, oh, dang it, they're saying that this one person does this thing, that means that all of that group is now horrible. One cop does something, then everybody now hates the police. Yeah.
It's really, I don't know.
It's not good, essentially. It's not something that we as people who are trying to respect everyone should be doing.
Okay. I'm going to play the rest of this ad real quick.
All right.
See if I forget what the rest is.
And stop the madness. And when that happens, they'll use it as an excuse for their outrage. The only way we stop this, the only way we save our country and our freedom is to fight this violence of lies with the clenched fist of truth. I'm the National Rifle Association of America, and I'm freedom's safest place.
Oh man, she can use big words. She's smart.
I am the National Rifle Association.
I am the association.
Dang.
They're going against me. I am the National Rifle Association. See all those big words at the end? Who do you think wrote that? How much you want to bet it was her? By her lonesome. Sitting up late at night, thinking of the best words she can come up with.
Cold coffee in hand.
Cold coffee. Yeah, she's been doing it for so long. We started off hot.
Dang. I mean, like, she's putting in the effort, but at the same time, words are words.
I don't know. I think she's dead wrong. She labels the whole left as this one group, and I'm more conservative. It's,
it's like, this ain't right, Chief.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Like, seriously. But, I don't know. To label the whole other side of that, that's exactly what they complain about. They're like, how can all these black guys say that every white person is inherently racist? Which I don't believe. I don't believe white people are inherently racist.
No.
But she's like, at least a lot of Republicans and conservatives say that, especially, and me too. But then as soon as this happens, they're like, oh, because that one leftist did this. They're all rioters. They all go out in the streets with bricks and throw them in store windows and steal clothes and do all that kind of crap. But as soon as someone labels her, a white Republican, as whatever, she's like, oh, how dare you.
How dare you. And not to mention, she kept on using the word they. She wasn't identifying a specific group of people. She was saying they as in, like, all of them. Just fitting them all in just sort of one category.
Kind of like saying, this is us. Everyone who disagrees with us is them. And they are the ones causing everything that we don't like.
Yeah, it's like, it's like a child saying that. It's like, they did the thing over them, and then they, like, it doesn't.
He stole my Lego, and he's white. Therefore, all white people steal Legos.
No, not the red one.
We've been talking about racism this whole time. What about Legoism?
Legoism, the worst kind of ism. No, but like, think about it. Like in school for us, since we're both in high school, if we were to write on a paper and use, like.
Sorry, I'm pulling up the next video.
We are. But if we were to, use words as they and us and not really identify what we're talking about and use specific examples, we would fail. Like, that's kind of how we're brought up, to be like, hey, remember to list your facts and your sources. When did people stop doing this?
Well, I'm sure they list all their sources.
But what sources are we talking about here?
Fox News.
The most credible news source on earth, obviously.
More credible than CNN. No, I'm just kidding.
Dang.
No. I'm sorry to whoever's listening, but I do not believe Fox and CNN are even close to reliable sources.
I mean, like, this might not be like a credible source, but I pulled up my computer, just in case we ever need to search up anything, and like on a tab where it shows like, random lists of news sources and whatnot. One of them, I think it was, Washington Examiner. that sounds credible. I'm not sure.
I've never heard of it. So
I've never heard of it either.
Whatever
so.
you say next, let's not put too much credence into it.
Don't think too much into this. Like maybe you do or no or not if the Washington Examiner is credible. But they're saying that Fox had to apologize for Ginsburg's death, essentially, saying that she had died. And I'm thinking here,
Who screwed that one up?
Yeah, did they have people?